From the hollers and hills of West Virginia, it's Heavenly Hills Homestead with another episode. Stay tuned. So we got our haul today, lots of stuff, and first things first, check that out. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Man, thanks Prevegenics, love it. Opened it up and what a surprise. I had two of these hats in there. I love their hats, but man, when they send it in orange, that got me pumped and got me excited. I love it, absolutely love it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Got one for the way off right here. I'll start wearing this one outside today and it'll be wore out by way off time, so that's what it is. But man, that thing there is gorgeous. Love it. Yep, the hats. Let me see that one. See how I wear them out. I tell you what, I have a few of these hats. So I have a few hats left and I can give them away. Let's see here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I got 8 hats. So let's give a few away. Alright, so I'll come up with a contest and we'll give some hats away. Alright, try to give a hat away a week or something. Alright, so Prevegenics hats, and we'll give them away. Man, that thing there is sick. I love that hat. Can't have this one, but I'll give you some of these. So let's get to these guys. First things first, humic acid. If you're not using humic acid, you should be using it, okay? Especially now, weather's getting cooler at night. You know, we might have good daytime temps, but nighttime temps are really getting lower. And humic acid helps with the plants and helps make the plants better and more resilient to cooler weather and stuff like that. I use humic acid all throughout the growing season on everything that I have, but I especially use it on all my giants, and it does help. You can see there, it loosens compacted soil and feeds microbes, and I know it does. I know it works. I know that it is definitely doing something to my clay type soils, my silt soils, because that's what my soil test came back as, that it was silt. So anyhow, we got our humic, and there's a little bit of fulvic in this. And you can see there, humic acid is 12%, fulvic acid is 1.5%, organic matter is 3%, and total carbon is 2%. Okay, so we got 2 bottles of that. I use quite a bit of it. I'll probably end up having to get more sent to me, but you know, I don't ask them for. I try not to ask them for too much, right? I mean, you know, just because I don't like asking for a lot. So I got some fulvic acid. I got 4 of those here. And fulvic acid works great too. You know, I've went over this several times. Fulvic acid and humic acids, they pull those positive or negative charges off. You know, kind of grabbing hold and pulling them off, and things are up to better. I use a lot of this right here, guys. I ain't kidding you. I'm going through. Let's see. These are 32-ounce bottles. Yeah, 32-ounce bottles right there. Okay, and I'm going through 6 of these or more a month, 6 to 7 of these a month. Liquid compost. All right, I put it on everything, and I do mean everything. I use it, you know, and the reason why I use it, I mean, you can see right there, it's, you know, it's got trace minerals right there. You got your 10 plus vitamins, but the microbes is what I mean, I use it on everything, and you can tell that it, between this and the humic and the fulvic acid, my soil type is changing. If you go out there and you start looking, you know, it is definitely changing the way the soil is, and it's becoming a better soil. It's you know, definitely, you know, I added a lot of compost, but I didn't add that much compost. I mean, it's looking like I made the entire, you know, patch with, you know, brand new soil, and I did not do that. I was limited on how much compost I could get, you know, so I mean, you know, you've seen how, if you watch the videos from the beginning of the year, you can see how much compost I put in there. But I really attribute a lot of what I'm seeing to liquid compost, humic, and fulvic acid, and that's why I'm using so much of it. So I got 6 bottles of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 bottles of humic acid here. Let's see if it'll fit in there like that. I don't know, maybe I should put it like this. All right, there we go. Then I got 3 bottles of CalMag. My son said, "Man, you use a ton of that stuff." Yeah, I use quite a bit of it. I use a lot. Between 3 and 4 bottles of it a month is how much I use of CalMag. And you can tell the plants. We'll look at the plants today, and you'll be able to tell that they're healthy plants. They're thriving. They're growing. They're fighting back any and all powdery mildew. They're good, healthy plants. Despite all the rain, despite all the stuff I've had to fight with this year, I've got good, healthy, strong plants. Why? I think it has to do with what I use, you know, and CalMag is part of that, part of what I use, you know, so I think that has a big to do. So we got 3 bottles of that right here, and I love their CalMag, by the way. It's not a gimmick. It actually works. It's not some kind of, you know, might work or whatever like some products are. This stuff actually works. If you use their CalMag, you will see a huge difference between, you know, what you got now and about a week. Okay, you start using their CalMag, you're going to be able to tell noticeable difference in your plants. How did they fit all that in there? They fit all this in there. Okay. Anyways, K-Cal, you know, that's another very good product. I use roughly 2 bottles of this a month. Okay, the K-Cal. It does good and everything, but you know, it's my potassium is what I'm going after. But of course, you get a little bit of nitrogen, a little bit of calcium. So I got to kind of watch how I use it, because you know, it's got the calcium in it, and I want you know, it's the CalMag's already got 4%, and this is 5%. So that's 9% when I'm using it as far as the nitrogen and the calcium are concerned. So, and I'm only looking for the 5% of the potassium. So I have to watch how much of this I use, but I do use it, and I believe it helps some. I have 2 bottles of this Bloom Boom, and it does do good. You can tell a lot of things I've used it on are having really nice blooms and are continuing to bloom. All right, you can see here on the back, you know, everything that's there. and in this, and I like it. I do like it a lot. So we're going to continue to be using that. We'll look at this next box right here. Let me get this one tucked away. So we have MKP. Guys, if you're not using this stuff, I highly encourage you to. These are 5-pound bags, but they make them in smaller bags, but you're not going to regret using this, okay? Other brand, well-known brand, is called Moab. Moab is a 52%, 32% fertilizer. The exact same stuff as this right here, okay? It's the phosphorus is 52%, the potassium is 32% though on the Moab. This is 52-34. This works better, and I have 4 tomato plants that I use this on. I have 4 tomato plants that I used Moab on, and you will see a definite difference between the 4 plants. Size, plant health, the entire thing, you're going to notice the difference, all right? And so we're going to be revealing that at the end of the year. I want to make sure everything makes it. I don't want to say anything now or, you know, whatever. We got videos and stuff of it, and we're going to show you, you know, what is what at the end of the year. So, but like I say, if you're not using this MKP, you really should be. I mean, it is good stuff. You don't have to get the 5-pound bag. You can get the 1-pound bag or whatever, right? But it's good stuff. And guys, this right here, 5 pounds is $50. 5 pounds of Moab is $80-something, guys. I mean, it's a no-brainer on what I'm going to buy. Moab's got a cool, you know, little feller there that looks like he's, you know, been through an explosion or whatever. You know, it's a good marketing tool that they have, and everything. But this product works better than that product. Once I realized that the MKP was Moab, I switched completely to MKP and quit using Moab up until I wanted to prove the point about what's better and what's not. All right, and so my mega blooms are better with this. My fruit appear bigger with this. Everything is bigger and better with this MKP. Now, some people will say, well, they ain't switching or whatever, but if it can save you money and it's a better product and it's got 2% more on something that you're needing, kind of a no-brainer on what to use, right? Prevegenics. So I got 2 bags of those. Next is 1 bottle of manganese. I use a lot of this. It boosts your photosynthesis, which we need, especially now later in the growing season. We're trying to get every bit of sun that we can through and any way possible to get that photosynthesis to make energy for the plant to produce the energy it needs to pump these fruit to massive sizes, even the vegetables to massive sizes. We're going to use it, and so this boosts your photosynthesis. It's helping your nitrogen assimilation, and it's helping your plants for their respiration. And I mean, they got to breathe, right? And so this stuff, it works. It's good. I've never used it until this year, and I can tell a big difference in the plants and how they're acting and stuff since I've been using manganese. I can tell a difference before I started using manganese. In fact, you can go back to the first part of the year before I started using manganese, and you'll see. I found out I was low in manganese, and so I started applying this, and the plant started doing really well. All right, so this here is magnesium, and guys, lots of people are out here and they're searching. They're like, oh, I'll get magnesium out of my my Epsom salts, or I'll get my magnesium from this or from that. Guys, just get this. Just buy this right here. It lasts a good long time, especially if you only got like 1 or 2 or 3 plants. This will last you all season, or should. You can see the rates right there, and I applied. Not according to those rates. I applied a little bit at a little bit higher dose, but I read the plants. I see what they want. I see how they respond. Anyways, it boosts your chlorophyll. Again, we need that chlorophyll boost, right? We need those plants as green as possible. to get the best photosynthesis. All right. Next thing is zinc. Zinc, it boosts your carbohydrates, which we need. Carbohydrates is energy, right? So we need that. It helps with the chlorophyll formation. So it, with the magnesium, is helping, and the manganese is all helping in the chlorophyll realm. So either it's helping form it, helping green it up, or it's helping boost it, right? So you can see they're boosting your photosynthesis. So definitely need to get that and use it. I would encourage you to do so. The next thing is boron. Boron is boosting your plant reproductive growth. What does that mean? Well, it's boosting the fruit. It's helping the fruit growth. All right, and the seeds and everything in there, right? It's helping your internals. Okay, so that, basically, if you think about that, you can think about this as maybe like helping your insides, right? Like helping everything that's inside of you to be able to do good and well and all that, and this is just doing just that. It's helping the reproductive seeds and all that, and the helping have a healthy fruit. Usually you'll see boron used. It helps hollow vegetables, like the rutabaga, the rutabagas that from a couple weeks ago. It should have helped with the hollowing rot that I got, and I guess I wasn't applying it enough, because it's a tricky thing. You got to be careful with boron, because you can apply too much, and if you apply too much, you'll poison your plants. With the boron, if you don't give them enough, you can be hurting yourself. There's a lot of people don't even give boron, period. So you can only imagine what would happen if I didn't give them at all, boron. But I give a lot of boron to my sunflowers, give a lot of boron to my root crops, and my pumpkins get boron every week, and they get a good healthy dose of it. So we got 2 bottles of that. Then I'm gonna start giving a little bit more to the root crops. I was giving them twice a week, 2.5 tablespoons per gallon of water, twice a week, and I think I'm going to do that 3 times a week now, just to get them, growing and trying to fend off any unwanted rot or issues. So we're going to definitely give them more boron. So anyhow, that's the haul from Prevegenics today, guys. We're going to try to figure out something to do to give away, not that hat, but these hats right here, and we'll come up with something cool and give them away. So, guys, so check this out. So far, so good on that graft. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It looks fine. So it's even grown a little bit, so that's a good thing. So hopefully it will turn into something good. And yeah, just fingers crossed. Hopefully it'll do good for us. That's all you can do is hope. I'll start working the next few days on getting this graft back here done, so we can attach it to right there when we cut it off. So won't be doing that today. Won't fool with it none today. Just give it a break. Chill out there. Other things going to be grafting. I'm not going to reveal a secret that I have until after a while, but I'd say probably come September or something like that, I'm going to reveal a big secret that we got going on here. I love having secrets. They're fun. They're fun. Oh, mercy. Gotta get in here and cut some of these little rascals out of here. Let's see right there. Yep. Trim some of them out. Everything's looking a-okay so far today. So I'm gonna get in here and pump some water to everything though as soon as I get a chance. We're gonna do that. Look how green and healthy these leaves are. That's what I wanted to show you here. See how healthy this plant is? Now them secondaries right here, I'm gonna let them grow and I'm gonna find out exactly how long they end up being, but I know they're really long. And not that, you know, not that we're growing these pumpkin plants for really long secondaries, but it kind of speaks to the health and stuff of the plant, right? And the nutrients that we use, okay? I mean, you look at this plant, minus where I've burnt it, because I've, you know, been in hurries and just sprayed it on, and with my end hose sprayer, and didn't come back and wash it off good, or it was supposed to rain, so I fertilized, and then the rain never came, although it looked like it was going to pour. So that's why some of this stuff's burnt. If I use my backpack sprayer, I pH balance it, okay? If I use the in-hose sprayer, I do not balance it. I just spray it on, because generally I'm going to wash it off either with the sprinkler or rain, okay? So anyhow, but minus those places where it's burnt, look how green and pretty and healthy that plant is. It's beautiful, it's healthy, it's strong, right? I mean, it looks great. So that just speaks to how well the products are working that I'm using. The Prevegenics and the Bare Grounds fish emulsions, and their dry stuff that I amended with, which was the SOP, the DAP, and the urea. So everything is looking good. I need to get in here and get that sunflower head, take a look at real quick and see what it's looking like. It may be big enough to pull. I was trying to wait till it fully opened the center up. It's a fine balance, trying to wait for it to fully open up while also not waiting too long that the sun burns the tips up. But since it's kind of like buried underneath the leaves there, the tips wasn't getting burnt so bad. So let's go check it out here today and tie this tomato plant up some more. It's getting kind of out of control here. So it's tied up good in this. Yeah, it's definitely out of control. It's tied up badly. Try to squeeze over here if I can. Avoid stepping on anything. Goodness. Look at that thing. Look at that head. My gosh, I believe that head. Yeah, it's not done just yet. Man alive, that thing is big. That leaf right there is going to be one. Over here is going to be another one. I don't know if I want to. Still got to open up a little bit more, it looks like. Alright, I'm on. And that thing is heavy, y'all. Y'all ain't even got a clue how heavy that thing is. Keep it buried underneath that leaf there. That's what I've been doing, is burying them over there. Just see, like that. Just protects it from the sun. Keeps them I think the ray petals is what they're called. Keeps them okay. Hey, take a look here. That's some really big megas. Look at that mega bloom. Whew, that's a nice one. That's a very nice one right there. We've already got several nice tomatoes growing on this thing, so there's a bunch of nice mega blooms on there. I don't know. It's hard to make a decision, but I tell you what, you look at that big rascal in there. That joker is a big one. I don't believe I have any more on that plant. I think I got them all picked off, and we got some good megas over there on that plant too. And that plant right there just about died on me. I got it going back. Prevegenics, it's good stuff, y'all. It's real good stuff. So if you ain't using it, I would suggest going and buying you some and trying it out, because I mean, what can I say? The proof is in the pudding, right? like I say, outside of my burns, stuff works. And it's not their fault. It's usually not the Prevegenics that is causing the burn. Usually when I'm fertilizing overhead like that, I was using the fish emulsion. And so now this is not to say that I did that all the time, but most of the time it's fish emulsion that's in it. So all right, guys, let's get out of here. On to the next. I think we've got the state record corn. What did you think? Here's the ears I've been getting off there today.
Dad, okay.
They're about.
It's my turn.
I don't know.
My turn.
Baby.
Quit now.
It's my turn.
Let's see here, about 11 inches long.
And this is.
The state record is 16 inches. Here's another long one right here. Start it there. That's a 12-incher. But that right there ain't coming. That right there is at least 19 and a half inches long, roundabouts. I got here. Record real quick.
Okay.
So all here we're doing, we're just peeling these. Hey, we're peeling the ears here just a touch. Just back just a little bit. I got one had a corn worm in him. Bad out of that. Just fine. I hate corn worms and I hate earwigs. We gotta get that corn brought in tomorrow. Hopefully that ear's about half done. That Buell corn seemed to do pretty good. I ain't gonna complain. It's pretty good corn from what I've seen thus far. And you can tell, look how big them are, but we'll get a better clue of it here in just a bit. What's what?
Careful there.
Alright, let's see. This one here feels kind of light. I don't know that it made the cut completely. We'll see. Corn worm in that.
Donor.
That joker's way down in there. I done cut him in half.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Okay, that's what corn worms. That's what them butt heads do.
Hey, that looks like my caterpillar.
Yeah, I've told you to kill them things. I told you they wasn't no good. It's a corn worm. You went in there and eating all your corn up. That corn here wasn't much anyhow. Probably cut it out and let whatever grow, whatever's on it there. We'll get some of that off there to plant next year. I done hung some baby orchard to dry. So we'll hang this over here up to dry for some Buell corn for next year. Yep. Got this one and that great big one down there left. This one here feels heavy. Yeah, it's pretty heavy, that's for sure. See here. Cut.
Is the cut?
I tell you, there's nothing that I like more than corn on a grill.
Alright, so there's that. Let's show you what they look like when we're done. I'm over here looking to get me one of these candy roasters here. And I look right there. Now, mind you, just last week I cleaned up over here. Cleaned all that. And I did not see, because I was all right. I mean, you can see right there. I was right there by it. Never seen it. And this week, there it is. Jaden could have been up over 500 pounds if he didn't let a 100-pound cull grow on his thing. Look.
100-pound what?
Cull. You got a 100-pound cull growing on there.
What is a cull?
Pumpkin. Now you got to decide, are you going to let it grow and sell it, or are you going to chop it and try to get yours bigger?
Mine bigger.
Go in there and cut it carefully. Don't step on none of my plants there. I can't believe you did that. I got to weigh and measure some of them for the wet record.
I didn't even see it.
That's, I mean, but they're green.
After all the times I've been up and down here helping Mom feed the rabbits.
Don't stand on nothing.
trying to. It's an awkward spot to get to.
Yeah. Here.
So do I just chop it at the stem?
Yep, cut it off. Careful, them are sharp. There you go. Cut it down there by the stem. I can't believe that thing's this far up. I didn't think it came up here any. I thought I done culled all the pieces that come up through here when I was trying to keep my garden intact, but I guess I didn't. I must have missed that one. Shoot fire. That thing runs down that way. You ran that up here.
Did I?
You obviously did, because you ran them 2 vines down that way.
Didn't think that. Oh.
Yeah, you ran them 2 vines up to here. See, that's tertiary got gone crazy. And you turned it back thinking it was another secondary or something. It's down that way.
Daddy.
You got to pull it up. Here. This is Wade here. Yes. It don't fit.
Roll it this way, maybe. Will it stay? I don't know.
Maybe.
It's like a giant banana.
It's cleared everywhere.
8 pound, 3.8 ounces. That's a big one.
That was way off.
All right. Imagine what a 13 pound one is, because that's the state record for the green zucchini. I gotta measure it now. So let's see what it measures.
You just do from the tip
Yeah, just from here,
straight across.
about 22. Okay, 22. Beautiful sounding out here, ain't it? Listen to all that. Won't be much longer, you'll not hear that anymore. No, sir. Won't hear that for much longer. Would you look at that? Looks good in here, don't it? Looking good. All right. I think the corn's good and done, I believe. I'm gonna get me a bowl for that. Finish cooking up this, and we got a squash we're gonna cook up, summer squash. And then cooking some peppers, some steak, and some chicken. Okay, guys, starting to look good, ain't it? Flip everything around real quick. And hot dog, boy, that's hot. Everything got that hot, but it did. It got real hot. All right, let me get off here, finish cooking, so we can get eating and go to bed. All right, guys, we got it going on. Got it going on like Donkey Kong. And ooh-wee, shut your mouth, slap your grandma. There ought to be a law against. Make sure neighbors ain't out here. Man, y'all, we seen something really cool just a second ago. It was a star that it started way up here. Like, see where that star is right there? It started up there. And it stretched all the way down to where that plane is blinking back there. It was streaking across the sky, man. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I've seen shooting stars, hundreds of shooting stars. I've seen comets, whatever. But that was the longest shooting star I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it went for a good 2 seconds across the sky. And I mean, it was fast, just falling. No, that's not a shooting star, baby. That's a plane or a satellite, one of the two, yep. That was awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We were just out here discussing cutting grass and maybe doing a little camping this weekend out here in the backyard. So, we ain't been camping for, oh goodness, about 2 years now. I think the last time we camped was 2020, wasn't it? Yeah.
That's a blue star.
Yeah, 2020. No, we didn't camp last year. So must have been 2020 was the last time we camped up there at Pawpaw's. So,
I thought I was a baby in the army. I don't think I was.
Probably have to pitch a tent and do a little camping this weekend out back here. And
No.
provided the tents are all right, If not, we'll just sleep in the clubhouse. We got everything we need.
Some options.
How about we sleep on top of a tree?
Sleep on top of a tree?
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna work.
A big tree that's this big.
Only bad part is
Sleep in the swimming pool.
who would sleep in a swimming pool?
I mean, if it had a big raft and the sides were...
Yeah, I know people that
You-
did 24 hours in a swimming pool, but they're in a boat. And they had these real big ones too, real big pools.
I love it out here. You can see just about every star
How about we choose
in existence.
spot?
How
That
about,
is,
I know.
Try to get a couple pictures and put up here. But anyhow, guys, we appreciate you watching. We'll see you tomorrow, right here in the hollers and hills of what?
West Virginia.
West Virginia, that's right. See y'all.
Don't forget to smash that like button. That notification bell.
Don't get the dog.
Good job. Here you go. Thank you.
Don't get the dog.
Don't forget to share. Yep. There you go. Good job. And
And
subscribe.